Hello, my name is Romit Acharya and I'm a product manager with Enterprise Manager team. I oversee fleet maintenance, a licensed product under DBLM. Welcome to today's session on patching Oracle databases in hybrid and multi-cloud setups using Enterprise Manager's fleet maintenance solution. I'll be providing a preview of a few upcoming features, so a safe harbor statement. Oracle Enterprise Manager's Database Lifecycle Management Pack simplifies database management by automating key stages of the lifecycle. In earlier sessions, we explored the rich features of the DBLM pack. Fleet maintenance, a comprehensive solution designed to secure databases against breaches in hybrid and multi-cloud environments, is an integral part of the DBLM pack. In this session, we'll take an in-depth look at fleet maintenance, discussing how it can streamline the entire lifecycle by reducing manual effort, minimizing risk, and enhancing your overall security posture. Data is the lifeblood of modern IT. A breach could cost you your competitive advantage. Ensuring data security is a complex task due to the numerous challenges involved. According to various industry reports on breaches, there are four key macro level areas: unpatched systems, misconfigurations and sprawl, risk management and patch compliance, and lastly, compromised credentials. 26% of the breaches are due to unpatched systems. In many cases, patches published over 2 years ago were not applied, leaving those vulnerabilities unresolved. And nearly 45% are due to misconfiguration, configuration sprawl, and lack of required security control. Fleet maintenance is a versatile tool that can handle the patching and upgrading of Oracle databases systems across a wide variety of environments, including traditional on premise setups as well as cloud infrastructures like Azure, AWS, and GCP. This tool offers flexibility through multiple interfaces such as APIs, CLIs, and UI, allowing for a broad range of operations. Key features of fleet maintenance include it supports a variety of Oracle database configurations, including single instance databases, multi tenant, that means both CDBs and PDBs, RAG configurations, and grid infrastructure. It can handle databases with or without data card configuration and TDE setups. It provides automated vulnerability assessments and patch recommendations based on Oracle's new patch releases, allowing administrators to stay up to date with security fixes and improvements. It offers a comprehensive workflow that caters to both admin and operator tasks. The user friendly interface simplifies administrative tasks while maintaining advanced functionality for operator level users. The AutoUpgrade utility, a command line tool recommended by Oracle's RDBMS team, helps in upgrading databases efficiently. However, it may be a challenging task to troubleshoot errors via the command line. Fleet maintenance now allows you to integrate AutoUpgrade within the Enterprise Manager. This gives user the benefit of the rich visual interface of Enterprise Manager, including simplified error identifications and access to additional features like patch recommendations and target compliance reviews. Similar to AutoUpgrade, FPP can be utilized through Enterprise Manager, allowing you to take advantage of its full set of features to enhance your patching and upgrade process. Overall, fleet maintenance aims to streamline database patching and upgrades across various environments by offering an integrated, user friendly solution that brings together multiple tools and processes in one place. The introduction of Fleet Maintenance Hub represents a significant enhancement in managing patching and upgrade activities. It provides a centralized, streamlined platform that makes end to end upgrade and patching operations more efficient. You can find details of unsubscribed targets and targets that are running on older versions instantly. via Fleet Maintenance Hub, ensuring your databases remain secure and compliant with the latest patches. Manual tasks such as searching for new patches and assessing them for all images and targets can take weeks. In fact, our interaction with customers suggests that it takes approximately 12 plus man weeks to complete an assessment. Fleet Maintenance Hub significantly reduces this effort to just few clicks, ensuring that patch identification and assessments are done quickly and accurately. Benefits of using Fleet Maintenance Hub are reduced operational expenses and improved security and safety. Also, patch management becomes faster, more efficient, and less error prone. For years, API and CLIs allowed creating and refreshing gold images. Now, you can do this via Fleet Maintenance Hub for seamless and end to end maintenance. This screenshot shows compliance levels for all your database images. For each image, you see details like name, release version, platform, and the number of recommended patches, along with an actionable URL. Visual indicators highlight fully patched images. Additionally, target subscriptions and a cigar chart display target patch compliance levels. Tile 1 of Hub suggests the subscription of target so that they can participate in a patching cycle. Hub solves the first challenge of targets missing patches in an easy and automated manner so that you can refine your patching playbook to patch more often with reduced operational expenses. Let's look at second challenge, which is all about configuration sprawl. It's easy to have too many configurations of Oracle Home in your database footprint. That is, instead of managing few Oracle homes, you have multiple Oracle homes of the same version, which is referred as configuration sprawl. This problem is common in large, complex environments with multiple systems, applications, or services, particularly when manual processes dominate configuration management. In Enterprise Manager, we have an advisor called Software Standardization Advisor. With this advisor, you can generate the report which will help you to consolidate multiple Oracle homes and reduce your operating expenses. Addressing configuration sprawl proactively ensures better security, reliability, and operational efficiency, making it a critical aspect of IT management. We keep on adding new features to fleet maintenance. Some of the new features that you can get with Enterprise Manager are fleet maintenance gold images can now be created and imported using NFS storage. Instead of storing images in the software library and requiring downloads for each deployment, you can now store them on NFS and copy them directly from a shared location. This improves multi host deployment efficiency, reducing copies and addressing network constraints or frequent download issues. Patch compliance audits are vital for internal and external requirements, often done manually. Fleet maintenance now offers REST API access to database patching history, enabling you to view and export update and upgrade operations in a CSV format file. Data retention policy determines how far back history is available. We have a new EMCLI verb that converts a single instance data guard physical standby to an administrator managed cluster database. The next feature is you can now roll back failed update single instance or rack database operation. The rollback operation returns the database to its initial state. And lastly, to patch multiple databases hosted on the same server would require you to patch these databases one at a time. With this new feature, we support the use of variables for Oracle Home Path and Working Directory, allowing for easier bulk updates and upgrades by deploying multiple Oracle homes on the same host within the same submission. We have a new EMCLI verb, dgconvert standby to cluster. This new EMCLI verb converts a single instance data guard physical standby database to an administrator managed cluster database. Next feature is you can now roll back failed update single instance or rack database operations. The rollback operation returns the database to its initial state. And lastly, To patch multiple databases hosted on the same server would require you to patch these databases one at a time. With this new feature, we support the use of variables for Oracle Home Path and Working Directory, allowing for an easier bulk updates and upgrades by deploying multiple Oracle homes on the same host within the same submission. Enhancements are continuous, and we keep on improving our solution. Some upcoming new features for fleet maintenance are: in one workflow, you will be able to patch both standby and primary databases in a data guard setup. Currently, you do it separately, but this enhancement will allow you to complete it in the same workflow. To patch multiple databases, we will allow you to subset or categorize the targets using static or dynamic EM groups or target properties. So you can select the appropriate filter and patch the subset of those databases. This is of immense help if you say only want to patch test databases in upcoming outage or databases of a particular region or owner. So you select the required dynamic group or target property, and in the fleet maintenance hub will show you the list of databases that corresponds or falls to that category. Then you can go ahead and submit the patching or upgrade operation for those targets. In my previous slide, I talked about generating audit reports. Work is in progress to elevate that report to ensure that all stages within the patching operation, such as Oracle Home deployment, listener migration, and other steps, are captured in the same report. Fleet Maintenance Hub will be enhanced to provide you a new interface to complete all CRUD operations at image and version level. Image utilizations, Oracle Home deployment with respect to the image and versions, version specific recommendations will be available to you to ensure optimized utilization of storage, removal of orphaned homes, and housekeeping of images. Oracle ships gold images as zip files. This is to make it easy for customers, especially in SMB market, to easily apply patches to their databases. With this feature, one doesn't have to create a reference target, so will allow you to use those zip files to create the images. And lastly, for Exadata Cloud, you can use native DBaaS interface with fleet maintenance to patch the container databases. Now, let me show you how you can leverage richness in Fleet Maintenance Hub to automate your patching operations. Patch quarterly at a minimum with significant efficiency gain. Once you log into Enterprise Manager, navigate to Targets and then Databases. Then click on Administration and Fleet Maintenance Hub. By default, first tile, which is Target Subscription, is selected. In this tile, you see two pie charts, one for database and the other for grid infrastructure. Out of 113 databases, 38 databases are subscribed. That means these 38 databases can participate in a patching activity, whereas rest 75 they can't. As a DBA, it's important for me to ensure that all my targets are subscribed to an image. To do so, you click on subscribe, and then in the new slide out, based upon the filters that you've selected, you'll see a list of unsubscribed targets. And from this drop down, you can select the image. So I've selected these two databases, and if I click on subscribe, the subscription will be done. Now let's close this one and move to tile 2, which is patch recommendations for images. This tile tells you how many images you have and how many of these images are up to date. Here I've got 3 images, and out of these 3 images, one image is up to date. That means it has got all the recommended patches available from Oracle, and I can use this image to patch the targets that are subscribed. Whereas the other two, they do have some admin related activities to be performed. The same information is provided in the below grid. Here are the 3 image names, and at this point of time, the most important column for me is patch recommendations. I see 3 different values, and at any given point of time, for your gold image, one of these 3 values will be listed. That means either your gold image is up to date, highlighted by a green tick mark, or by a red icon, that means there are some missing images. Sorry, that means there are some missing patches from the current version, and a yellow exclamation mark, which I'll tell you when I reach there. So in order to find what are the recommended patches, you simply click on the number which is followed by the red icon. And if I click on the number which is 2 here, I see these are the two recommended patches, the 19.23 OJVM and 19.23 DBIO. Now, in order to create a new version, you simply select this message, or you can choose the same activity from the actions menu item. So when I click on the create new version in the new page, I need to provide the source of an Oracle home, which will act as a source to create the new version. So there are two ways to do that. Either this Oracle home that I've selected, I can simply patch that selected Oracle home with the two patch recommendations that I have, or I can simply clone this Oracle home and patch the cloned Oracle home and use that cloned home as a source. I need to provide some credentials here. Now, if you have an integration with PAM, you can use that integration model to fetch the credentials like normal host and privileged host as we see here. I need to provide the new version name, which I've done so over here, and select some storage parameters. And if I click on next, this page tells me the information related to the patches. As we have seen, I've got two recommended patches, and the prerequisite for me is to ensure that these two patches are already available in the Enterprise Manager software library. So I've already downloaded these patches within the end software library. If I wish to add custom patches, I need to follow the same approach. That means I need to upload the one-off patches that I want to the software library, and by selecting this button, add custom patches, and in the new window, I need to select those patches. Once selected, those patches will be listed in this grid. The only difference would be under the patch type, instead of recommended, it will be shown as additional. You click next. This is the review screen. If you want to use a third-party orchestration tool, we do provide you the option to download the JSON file. You can do so by clicking on the Save JSON. And once I'm happy with the information that I see in the screen, I can simply go ahead and submit this operation. This will submit a deployment procedure, which will in turn create the new version based upon the information that I have selected here. That is a time consuming task. And for this demo, I'll simply click on cancel, and I'll move to the fleet maintenance page, and I will show you the second image, which is the generic image. Now, once a new version is created, you'll see a message like mark image version as current. For any given image, you can have multiple versions, and the version which is marked as current will be used for the deployment. So if I click on this message, in the new slide out, what I see is I've got a 19.18 version which is marked as current, and the 19.23 that I've recently created, I need to make sure that the status is changed to current. So I simply need to select it and click on update. And when I do that, here it is, 19.23, its status has changed to current. Now if I go back to hub, I see that under past recommendations, there is a green tick mark. That means this image is up to date with all the recommended patches, and I can use this image for patching. Now let's move to third tab, which is target patch compliance. Here, the S2C01 that I had subscribed earlier, I'll use this database for patching. So either I click on update, or I click on the actions icon and choose the update operation. Once I do that, I'll be under the operator UI with image, target type, and operation already pre-selected along with the database name. So I click on next. We support out of place patching model. So you need to provide the location of a new Oracle home. The deployment can begin immediately by selecting this radio button, or if you want to do it at a later point of time, simply select the later option. And likewise for update cluster. But if you select immediately slash auto, that means the moment deployment is completed, the update cluster will kick off. What we have seen is in the real world, the deployment is done way before the outage window. So you can simply select start immediately, and for update cluster, you select later and choose the date and time of your outage window. If your enterprise manager is integrated with PAM, you can fetch those credentials from your PAM storage. We do provide customization. So if you want to execute some of the scripts for during a patching, then we provide you two phases. Two for deploy, and then again another two phases during the update. All you need to do is to ensure that your scripts are uploaded under this location. And if you wish to run these scripts as root, simply select this box. Again, if you want to use a third-party tool, you can save the JSON and you can go ahead and pass this information to the third-party orchestration tool. At this stage, we highly recommend you to select the validate option. There are two validation modes. One is quick and the another one is full. And I have selected quick, and these are some of the steps such as target existence validation, metadata validation, source home validation, whether the listen configuration files are available or not, and things like that. So this validation checks will ensure that your patching goes on smoothly. Now, in this case, I see the validation is successful. I can simply click on close and submit the operation. In order to submit, I need to provide a name. This name will be given to the deployment procedure. Here I have given this name as demo hub patching, and once I submit, there will be two deployment procedures. One for Oracle home deployment and the another one for update. Now those have been submitted. Let's click on monitor progress. At any given point of time in this page, you will see multiple deployment procedures running. So to only view the ones that you have selected, simply provide the deployment name, which in this case was demo hub patching. So I provided here and have and clicked on go. So I only see the two deployment procedures, one deploy Oracle home and the another one is update. So if I click on deploy, I'll see all the details related to the deployment procedure, which will carry on the Oracle home installation. Now this is completed. Let's see the other one. Now the update is completed as well. Let's go back to hub, and here I see S2C01 is shown as green under the target compliance, and I see that it's moved to 19.23. Likewise here as well. So that means the patching was successful, and when I cross-checked it with hub, the data concurs the same. So this concludes the demo. Thanks for joining our session today. For more information about Oracle Enterprise Manager, check out the resources listed here.